Good morning, Sagittarius. How are you today? It is October 23rd. We're just going to jump into the tarot today because, yeah, I feel like it. There's something wrong with my computer and I'm not able. Hello, baby. Hi. Oh my goodness, look at all the slobber. Yeah, you will come and get me after you get a drink. Yeah, you would come and love on me after you take a drink. Okay. Oh, life with Great Danes. Yes. Hello. Hi, baby. Hi, Tia. I love sweetheart. I love you too. Thank you. My goodness. Those are wet kissies for sure. Alrighty. As I was saying, there's a problem with my laptop. So I'm not able to get the astrology for you today. But we'll go ahead and jump into the tarot and see what it has to say for you. Sorry, this deck is still pretty new. I haven't, shuffling it is difficult. Messenger of Earth in reverse. I haven't asked any questions yet, so I will just make a note of that one. Are you having problems with your money? What is your current mindset, energy? What is your current energy around money, Sagittarius? What is Sagittarius' current energy around money? What is Sagittarius' current energy around money? The Ace of Air. You know, the good tarot does not have to be read upside down. They actually says not to. Hi, baby. What's up? So, destiny and fate, the law of caramel. Powerful forces of transformation at work, synchronicity, meaningful coincidences and forces beyond my human control are operating in my life right now for the highest good. Things are happening now with great velocity. I can expect quick results that will lead me forward with excellent information. This one telling me to ignore the astrology. It's for the greater good. They are definitely beyond my control. All right, but what are these events that are beyond Sagittarius's control? What is this energy that is to get out of Sagittarius's control? Are you feeling like your finances are out of control? Is it because of the cost of everything at the moment? Is it because you had a tire blow and are about to go and you need to replace it and everything is just falling apart at the moment? You also need a new water heater maybe. And all you want to do is buy a new house and move. Just everything is happening all at once. Nine of Wands. You're struggling to ask for help. Every time you ask somebody to help, they don't show up. everybody else is busy with their own lives and leaving you to your own, so you're holding on for dear life. You're holding on to everything. You don't want to let go. Clarify this. Judgment. You don't want to pass judgment. You don't want to pass judgment on a job. You just want to be able to hold on to this job. The benefits are great. You just want to stay there. It sucks, but the benefits are great. You've already passed judgment on it. Or there's some situation that you've already passed judgment on and you know it's not going to be a good one, but you don't want to let go of it because you don't know what else is out there. You don't see that it'll get any better. Yeah, definitely work related. There's something at work that you are having a hard time passing judgment on. Nothing else? Okay. All right. What limiting belief or habit is blocking Sagittarius's abundance? What limiting belief or habit is blocking their abundance? Tension. Square, semi-square. Yeah, I'll butcher that word. Quincunx? Tension. Just a second. I'll get the book and read it to you. 54, 9, add it down if either of those numbers mean anything to you. 9:14 on the clock. Oh. This is a workout of body, mind, or spirit, and workouts can be tiring. Life is a workout. This phase needs juggling, muscle building, and the careful coordination of competing needs. You may feel pulled between one path or another and pushed to make a decision, but with some fancy timing and rhythm, you may be able to do it all. Working with people who have diverse mindsets, skills, and backgrounds can be challenging, but in the long run, these collaborations prove most productive and enriching. Find points of ease, the few things everybody agrees on already, and build out from there. Honor difference and expand. Let this situation, become a mandala created by the interlacing elements that at first glance may not look like they go together. These apparently clashing pieces can round each other out and create a beautiful symbol of wholeness. Take this image into your psyche and use it as a pattern for interaction. These tense aspects take work, but don't avoid it. If you take a hatching baby bird out of its egg so it doesn't have to struggle, it won't build the strength needed to survive. A butterfly needs to struggle coming out of the cocoon in order to have circulation in its wings. This situation builds your strength. Get ready to fly. All right. I think that goes back to here with work and being able to make a decision about something. So if you're choosing to stay at this job, justice, yeah. Maybe you work at a law firm, maybe you work at a courthouse, maybe you work for police or something like that, somebody, or maybe you just have a boss who is really judgy. completion. Maybe you're having trouble completing a job. Maybe they're judging the way that you completed the job. Maybe they feel it wasn't good enough, or maybe they're judging the way that you do your job. Find a new approach. The Six of Swords is find a new approach. Find a smoother way ahead. Find a way to get to smoother waters without losing yourself in it. Even if it means taking a new position at the same work. Maybe you just need to have a different boss. That was a lot of slobber they got on me. I'm still feeling it. But I love them. They're definitely worth it. Any more limiting beliefs or habits? Hold on just a second. How did you get to this point where you're not able to work with people, having difficulty working with people? This was something direct descendant. Distant relation. You've lost a job before. Your parents have taught you this. Your parents taught you how to get this. Or maybe you're working with a lot of nepotism. Maybe the place that you work is full of nepotism. Abandonment, death, war, unexplained disappearance. Loss of a loved one. If you are experiencing the loss of a loved one, I do apologize. That's difficult to go through. Being abandoned, that's definitely you were abandoned during childhood, and so you are literally just doing whatever it takes to get this, to keep a job. You're afraid to move on to the next job because you've been abandoned, and you're afraid that if you leave this job, you'll be abandoning all the people that you work with. You'll be, or you'll feel abandoned. You'll realize that they really don't give a shit about you, and it'll be one more abandonment. You just want somebody to care about you. Use of technology, technological disaster. My computer not working is a technological disaster. It's okay though. It isn't a disaster. And that's where, it's not a disaster. I just need to stop seeing it as one. And that comes back to changing your opinion and finding a smoother road ahead. All right. What actions can Sagittarius take to create more financial flow in their life? My goodness, all these. This is good tarot. Justice again, my goodness. 11, 1, 1. Karma. Goodness, this is really full of a lot of karma, isn't it? Because this one here was about karma. The law of cause and effect is in play now as I see elements in my life balance out. What goes around comes around. I'm now seeing evidence of this law in the conditions of my world. Give me a second on that one. My goodness, you definitely have to get some clarifiers. Allow the karma to play out. If they move you to a new building or a new position and you don't know what you're doing and they didn't ask you, well, let karma play it out. Remind them, I didn't make this choice. You did. You put me here. Temperance. Try to find balance. Try to find, try to keep your own balance. Find inner peace, inner balance. You can't control others, so what you need to do is find your own balance. Find something that works for you. Stop worrying about them. People pleasers, we will literally go to the extreme to make other people happy. We will kill ourselves trying to make others happy. It's not our job to make them happy. Strength in reverse. Yeah, people pleasers are strong. They're intense and amazingly strong. It's time for us to stop doing that. It's time to let karma, let those karmic repercussions play out instead of getting in the way of karma. We need to let others suffer that karma. Whenever you try to fix other people's problems so that everybody doesn't get hurt, we're stopping that karma. We're stopping the flow of karma. Let karma flow. So what actions? Yeah, flow. Let that karma flow. All right. How can Sagittarius align their energy with wealth and prosperity? How can Sagittarius align their energy with wealth and prosperity? How can Sagittarius align their energy with wealth and prosperity? I'm not taking all of them. I will take the bottom card. Progression, journeys. Alrighty. Let me read that for you. 56 is 11. 11. Oh my goodness. Alright. 11 is definitely on there. Oops. My goodness. Come on. In reverse, this is not a small obstacle or opportunity. This is part of a complex pattern. Every choice you make changes how it unfolds. Yes, it goes back to allowing karma to flow. Progressions do not speak of a passing thing, but to the big sweeping arcs of karmic fate, to your soul's journey. Your present situation may not make sense in the short term because it has more to do with big karmic patterns and how those intersect with the karmic patterns of the world's progress, and less to do with your daily existence. Stand back and look at your life's journey. Think of the years you engaged with the world and the years you needed time for more personal work. Consider making a timeline or painting this landscape to see where you are in those big sweeping patterns. This situation may feel fated, but the outcome is not predestined. Though you may feel uncomfortable, you always have a choice about how you respond and where you go. To help guide you in the moment, consider where you would like to be at the end of your life, a far distant point, and look back. Let this future become your lighthouse to guide you. Even though you may have to go around the rocks and work with the tides, let your lighthouse guide you. Yeah. this is definitely, there's a lot of karma in this. And you're going to have to, why does, I'm going to go deep here. I want to know why Sagittarius is struggling to let the karma flow. Why is Sagittarius holding back? Why is Sagittarius refusing to let this karma flow? King of Pentacles. You're afraid of living big. You're afraid that you will succeed. Sometimes we do get we are afraid of success. You're afraid that it'll come back to bite you. Ten of Pentacles, you're afraid of that it'll come back to affect you and your family. Or your family taught you how to do this. You're afraid of how it will affect everyone else around you. Going back over here, you were expected to be the and the last read that I did in Scorpio's read, it had to do with their family raising them to be the responsible ones so that they didn't have to deal with it. Maybe there's a little bit of that going on here. What opportunities or mindset shifts will help Sagittarius attract lasting abundance? What opportunities or mindset shifts? There we go. Mountain and the Gentle Gardener in reverse. Mountain upright. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. This is the time to adapt. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer, but why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. And two in reverse. Be your own person. Be a conscious co-creator. Do you harbor resentments? How often do you, and this is in reverse though, do you reinforce negativity by affirming lack and limitation? Every time you send out a desire for something but secretly harbor a belief that you're undeserving of it, you plant weeds in the field of your dreams. When the Gentle Gardener appears in the reverse position, she reminds you to be aware of any negative thoughts or selfish motives. She encourages you to step back and pay close attention to what thought seeds you send out into the world. Weeds choke the life out of your beautiful garden. No need to fret, however, because once you recognize this, you can always remove a bad seed and replace it with a healthy one. Forgiveness is your most powerful restorative tool. For instance, I was trying to hire a handyman, and it got to the point where all of them that I called kept turning me down. They refused. What I found out why they kept turning me down is because of the language that I was using. They are putting it off until it gets cold. The first one told me they were going to have to wait, or the first few told me they would have to wait to do that job because they had other jobs that they needed to do. that were outdoors, and they needed to do them while it was still warm enough outside, and when it cooled down they would be able to come out and fix my window, because that's an indoor job. So the next ones that I talked to, I preempted by saying, well, that'll have to happen later on, you know, in the middle of, you know, when it gets colder, in the middle of this month maybe. And instead of saying, no, I need it done now, and finding a handyman who will do it now, I started saying, yeah, I get it. You'll want to do this whenever it gets cooler because it's an indoor job. I should have kept my own mouth shut. That is me sowing the wrong seeds. By putting what they needed ahead of what I needed. Our people-pleasing skills are literally that bad. We'll go to that level to please people. And we're not even aware of it. So, just a second, let me find, I'm gonna do a message for Sagittarius. Do a message for Sagittarius, please. Message for Sagittarius. Oh my. Yes, baby. Observe. So, hello, Miss Calypso. Hello, Miss Tia. Yes. You two jelly bellies. You're a couple of jelly bellies. All right. The essential meanings are perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are their only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you are engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Alrighty. That's all that I have for you today, Sagittarius. I hope this helped you. Like, subscribe, comment. If not, that's all right too. I hope to read for you again. I really enjoyed it. Again, I hope I see you again. Thank you.